Hello, welcome to another one of our question and answer videos. So let's dive into this one and see what the thing is. So how does the Thermosorb help in monitoring airborne nitrosamines, and why is personal sampling important?
Okay. So let's explain what the Thermosorb cartridge is to start with.
Yeah.
So it is a compact cartridge that contains some chemicals, and these chemicals are able to trap nitrosamines, the volatile airborne nitrosamines, within what is called the sorbent, and it will hold them there. So basically you have a pump that draws atmospheric ambient air through the cartridge, trapping the nitrosamine, and then after a set length of time, knowing the volume or the draw speed through the pump, you can then calculate, okay, so in this 8-hour day, let's make the maths easy, I was sampling at 1 litre an hour, therefore 8 litres of sample has passed through this cartridge. So with this information, the cartridge is then sent to a lab where they will add solvents to the sorbent to elute the specific nitrosamines. These nitrosamines can then be analysed by GCTEA, GCM-SMS, LCM-SMS, where they can be detected, speciated, and quantitated. From this information, you can see the exposure that the staff member has had to airborne nitrosamines. So where would you use such a cartridge? That's probably the next thing. If you want to.
Yeah, so I guess that's the question is, like, it's going to be anywhere where there's the risk of nitrosamines being within the air, or there's a concern that there might be. So this can be things like rubber manufacturing plants. It could be vehicle interiors. It could be around carbon capture sites.
Yes.
There's all sorts of places where nitrosamines have the potential to form. I think just touching on what you were talking about is, obviously once you have that, once you've got the values from that, you then what you're ultimately then doing is back calculating, going, well, if we had this much in 8 litres of air, then this is the concentration within all the air around you at this particular site, or what this person experienced during an 8-hour day when they were walking around this area. What the other thing I think is important to just touch on with the Thermosorb is, and what makes it so specific for nitrosamine detection is, yes, we have the absorbent in there to capture the nitrosamines, but also within there is other chemicals, which is what that does is prevents the formation of nitrosamines within the Thermosorb, because with the best will in the world, it's unlikely that it's probably going to be analysed on the same day that the sample was taken.
True.
And so what you need to make what it has to make sure with the Thermosorb is that it's going to give you the results of the nitrosamines that were present at the time. So there's several things about the design of it that are designed to do that. So it's the colour and the materials that it's made of are designed to prevent ingress of light and things that might break down nitrosamines, or chemicals within it, as we said, that might cause nitrosamines to form if some of the particular chemicals are also trapped in there that have the potential to join together to form a nitrosamine. There's inhibitors within there to stop that from happening. So it's all designed very, very specifically to give a representative example of what was actually captured, and for that to be the same whether you analyse your cartridge immediately after doing it, or whether you're analysing your cartridge 5 days after it's been through a postal system. And that's what's really, I think, one of the really key things about it, because sometimes people can look at things and think, well, I could just buy some sorbent, put it in a glass tube, draw that through, and I'm going to get a result from that. I'll do it myself. I'll make my own sampling cartridges. And the trouble is, there's all these other pitfalls, false positives, things like that happening that might cause an issue.
Yeah.
In terms of the analysis, I think Jonathan's covered it perfectly. That's how it works. I don't think there's probably much more to add to that, is there? I can't think of anything off the top of my head. So if you want to find out a bit more about TEAs or thermosorbs, there'll be some links below the video. Click on those. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next question.